Leute und willkommen zurück zu Genshin Impact. Wir machen mit der Story weiter. Der Boss war halt absolut kein Problem. Damit sollte, glaube ich, auch niemand irgendwie in irgendeiner Weise ein Problem haben. Und jetzt machen wir mit der Story schön weiter. Hier bei den Ruinen.
There's more!
Was?
No rest for the wicked. Finally, No.
Das Glück, dass ich den Schutz brauche. Das hätte ich dich jetzt nichts liegen lassen. Es gab ein paar Probleme bei der ersten Aufnahme zur Story. Deshalb musste ich da sehr drin cutten. Dafür muss ich mich nicht mehr entschuldigen. Und zwar, ich bin hier mit meinem Boot angekommen und einmal so rumgegangen. Hab das auch alles aufgenommen gehabt und zwar, es war irgendwie in der Aufnahme total verkrisselt, verpixelt, ich weiß nicht warum. Als wenn die Aufnahme halt nicht in der richtigen Skalierung war. Deshalb habe ich das rausgeschnitten und habe dann praktisch einen Cut gemacht, dass ich von der Story aus von hier auf einmal hier bei der Story bin, dann hingehe und dann kurz die Story mache. Ich habe keine Ahnung, warum das passiert ist, wie das passiert ist. Die Aufnahme danach von der Hydrohypostase, schweres Wort, einwandfrei alles lief, aber das eine Ding nicht und ich weiß nicht warum.
This should be the place. But miHoYo is right. It doesn't look like anything suspicious is going on. Could they be hiding? Let's see what we can find.
Okay,
These electro monuments look a little suspicious.
eine Reihenfolge. Ja, wir brauchen irgendeine Reihenfolge.
Yikes! A huge launcher! Was it drawn out by the electro energy?
Tschüss. Der ist nicht gestorben, warum nicht? Ganz großen Kopf. Er hätte eigentlich ertrinken müssen, aber er war zu groß.
Phew! Glad that's over. As monsters go, that one was pretty tough. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably get going. Huh? Tepe, what are you doing?
Wow, this is a surprise. I didn't know you were the ones investigating here. I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. I figured I'd stop by and clear any threats in this area on the way back.
Are you alright there, buddy?
I'm fine. It's nothing. I must have caught a cold a couple of days ago while I was out at sea. On my way past, I heard that someone had just arrived on the island to investigate, so I thought I'd come and take a look. If there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero.
Tepe, don't you think there's something...
Now that you mention it, it could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess. We're not that far away from Orobashi's remains.
Orobashi?
A god. Look, there's the corpse over there.
It's a gigantic snake skeleton!
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya up to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, Orobashi invaded Yashiori Island. The Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also formed what later became known as Musojin Gorge.
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in one slash?
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. Since Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do with why the resistance was formed. We only rose up to fight against the Vision Hunt Decree. When Orobashi attacked civilization, the Shogun stood up and put a stop to it. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hunt Decree, it's time for someone to stand up and stop. All right, I'm heading back. I was just dealing with some of the Shogun's elite samurai, so I think I'm gonna take a quick breather. And it's on. You should report back to Sangonomiya's. Hey, don't.
Wenn irgendwer in der Story tot umfällt, ne?
That place sure made some big progress if he's already dealing with Shogunate samurai. Paimon can hardly believe it. Let's report back to Kokomi.
Ich bekomme das auch nicht hin, mein ordentliches zusammenzuziehen. Egal.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Irgendwann wird es mal schaffen. Ja. Ach, da ist Fuchsi. Ich hab schon gefragt, wo der ist.
Kokomi, we're back! Oh, look, Goro's here too! What happened?
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
I haven't had the chance to do a full count yet.
Kokomi, Goro...
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging. I called them in for questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt Decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly since getting a hold of them.
So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the answer. We must put a stop to it immediately. Goro, have you managed to acquire one of these weapons?
Well, most of the officers refused to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get one.
Do you know something about this?
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui?
But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now, we need to inform the whole army. All soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for...
Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers with No! Let's go check on it.
Oh Mann. Böse. Also das haben wir eben mitgekriegt, dass ihm nicht gut geht. Und dass es die Fatui sind, die einem die Vorräte gegeben haben, war auch schon irgendwie klar.
Where did I go?
Warum bin ich gestorben? Ich bin doch in die Cutscene
Oh.
reingefallen. Als ob
Hey,
jetzt ein
guys.
alter Mann...
What are you doing? Just a moment. Let me get up. Oh, right. Yeah. Fighting the Shogun's army. If only I were stronger still. They gave it to me. It's illusion. So, what's the difference between a delusion? Gosh. Well, I suppose I've been getting more and more tired. At first, I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a battle. Didn't think anything of it. This is a real shame. Guess I didn't receive the favor of the gods after all. Hey, would you do something for me? When our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. Bring it. What's that look for? Don't.
Pepe. Hey, where are you going? Hey!
Why the fuck? Hab ich gewusst, dass irgendwas gleich passiert.
How's Tepe's condition? I have put out the order to seize all delusions. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but nothing serious. Sadly, a few have been.
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but they still intend.
Okay, I'll leave you to deal with this whole fiasco is certain. What are your thoughts? No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is still in force, so their delusions must be produced within Inazuma's board. To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge amount of manpower and resources. If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. But it's sure to be heavily guarded.
Ja, sollte klar sein.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, if we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their...
Very true. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. Not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their I'm not going to stop you. We have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you too.
Huh? You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Oh, ist das... Ist das denn jetzt, wo wir La Senora bekämpfen dürfen? Das ist kein Boss-Ding. Wird wahrscheinlich nur so eine einfach Solo-Instanz.
Adventure time!
Er ist halt wirklich gestorben, als ich in die Cutscene gefallen bin. Böse. Was haben wir denn noch?
Benny's Adventure Team!
Bisschen Urgestein noch abholen. Wir wollen nachher nicht. Sonst müsste weiter nichts sein, ne? Hier irgendwo. Aha. schon mal irgendwas aufgehauen? Habe ich das nicht gemacht und ist wieder zugegangen? Oh, das ist wieder so eine coole Dungeon. Nice. Ich weiß zwar nicht, wie man unterirdisch dann Sonnenlicht hat. Wusste ich bei den anderen schon nicht. Au. Traps. Hallo?
Well met, problem. This first. Detoxifying heat. This was well done. You need to hurry up.
Was ist das? So ein Fahrstuhl oder nicht? Nicht blöd?
Roasted fried.
Nee.
Take cover.
Ich habe gedacht, das ist ein Fahrstuhl.
This was well done.
Also ich weiß nicht, was ihr da rumspielt, aber interessiert mich gar nicht.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. This was well done. This first. You need to
Shake your hands, Stern! Look at you, Booth!
I'm going in!
must counterattack. You can't run. Well, either you can get it together.
Oz, reveal!
Well done.
You will pay for that.
Retribution!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Roasted fried.
I'm a rock!
You need to hurry up.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
This was well done. You need to hurry up.
By royal decree!
Roasted fried. You need to hurry up. This was well done. An unfortunate fault.
Ach so, er ist doch ein Fahrstuhl, er geht nach unten.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Now, where have we seen that before? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Conjure Commission are... Huh.
Let me amuse myself a little. Blink!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Hier sieht's aus, als... Aha. Kann man das mitnehmen? Ne, das kann man nur durchlesen. Werden wir mal verprügeln müssen später. Ne, es ist kein zerbrechbarer Boden. Bei den anderen war ja immer mal so wie ein Boden, den man kaputt schlagen konnte. Mit einem Fallangriff.
Yikes! It looks dangerous! We'd better watch our step or we might get hit!
Intruder spotted! Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers. You'll never get out of here alive!
Retribution!
Fulfill my duty! This is my voice. Right there.
My foot! Shake your hamster! Look at you, booze-down!
This is not a city, you must have a death wish! Don't be intimidated! Lord Harbinger will be here soon!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
This body belongs to ice.
Shake your hamster!
Roast
As you wish, main Fräulein. No rest for the wicked.
was well done! Feels clogged!
You actually managed to find this
Da ist
place.
er ja.
Congratulations.
Scaramouche.
Barely 2 words in. And you already look like you want me dead. Oh, so that's what this... I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. You're getting all worked up over nothing.
How can you say this?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life, they were always going to die. With or without a delusion. Ellie, do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world.
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. Eternity stretches things out over a long time. But each moment within it becomes... Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now, just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it.
Hey, calm down!
Oh.
No!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come you're acting so differently from when we first met you?
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me. Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that Sungonomiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person, but alas...
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being.
Genau. Das hat man im Raiden Shogun Trailer gesehen, den sie released haben. Wie sie meditiert, so schwebend in dieser anderen Dimension. Und dass es praktisch zwei Versionen von ihr gibt. Eine, die halt da ruhig sitzt und schwebt. Und eine, die halt draußen ist und agiert.
Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state.
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon. What a fascinating god he is.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking. The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision Hunt decree? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but...
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits. Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing.
Dass sie mich wieder verprügeln wird?
that you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there. Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
Okay, dann machen wir hier im nächsten Part weiter. Ciao.